What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So listen, the housewives are starting to speak out. At least the housewives on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I told you guys on yesterday that Crystal Minkoff, she did release a statement. She's from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she did release a statement on yesterday. But today, between last night and this morning, we do have some additional statements from the ladies of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Lisa Barlow left a cryptic message underneath a post stating it will be addressed. But let me show you what some of the other ladies had to say. This is coming from Jen Shaw. This is probably the most direct one out of all of them. It says, I rarely believe what I see and hear online. I know firsthand what it feels like to be judged without evidence or an admission of guilt. However, since my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast member has admitted that she made those horrible comments and posts, I must now stand up on behalf of my husband and my sons who are African American to say that I am deeply offended by the racially insensitive posts and comments. It was infuriating to see her like and repost comments that made a mockery of and showed complete apathy toward those killed marching to bring awareness to the deep-seated social justice issues that plague our country. I am equally disappointed by the disingenuous apology that was issued. Needless to say, we have some real shit to talk about. I'm going to come back to that. As you can see, she also tagged Black Lives Matter as her location. I'll come back to her. Here's Whitney Rose. Y'all, hold on, because that handwriting is way too small. Hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone. I thought I would be able to read it off the screen. My bad. My bad. Whitney Rose's statement says the following. Recent events have reminded me the importance of always leading with love, light, and kindness. It is never okay to blatantly make comment, post, and or share any type of racially charged and derogatory statements or posts. Like everyone else, I was shocked and saddened at the things that have surfaced online. There is so much deep-seated discrimination and racism rooted in our country, and we all need to do better and work together to make a change. I believe that everyone, no matter their ethnicity, belief, sexuality, or gender identity, should be treated and afforded with the same level of love, kindness, and respect. That is coming from Whitney Rose. Meredith Marks' statement, again, this is a little, let me read it to you guys. There comes a time when silence is betrayal. Hold on, let me put it up on the screen. This is her statement. And that was a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Please use your voice to speak out what is wrong and amplify those that are not being heard. There is no room in this world for hatred. We are all human beings and deserve the same treatment of respect and dignity. Negative commentary rooted in prejudice regarding one's race, ethnicity, religion, sexuality, or gender is vile and should never be tolerated. Educate if it comes from a lack of knowledge, and condemn if it comes from a place of hatred. I pray to see this world without prejudice. That came from Meredith Marks. So at this point, we've heard from everybody from the cast except for Mary Cosby, who I don't think is on the cast anymore, and Heather Gay. Now, honestly, I'm disappointed in the fact that I haven't heard anything from Heather Gay as of right now, because Heather Gay is actually my favorite on the show. And we know that she has a propensity for black people. So the fact that she is silent, it's very disappointing to me. I already told you how I feel about Bravo, and I'm going to get to them in a minute. But those statements were made between last night and this morning. But here is what's more disturbing. Now, news is circulating that Jen Shaw may possibly have been fired as a result of her speaking out. Now, we know that the ladies were told or asked, well, no, I shouldn't say asked. They were told not to speak on this issue. So, let's look at Jen Shaw. Now, listen. Not only am I'm going to go on and say it. Not only am I disappointed And the fact that I haven't heard from Heather Gay, who was directly related to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I'm actually disappointed that I haven't heard from more housewives. Far as I know, and y'all can correct me in the comments, but as far as I know, Crystal Minkoff is the only other housewife outside of this franchise that I have seen any sort of a statement from. Not to state the obvious, but where are my Real Housewives of Atlanta ladies? Where are my Real Housewives of Potomac ladies? Where are the rest of the housewives and what do they have to say? Again, I know Bravo asked y'all not to say anything, but sometimes there comes a time where you just have to say what you need to say. I don't think it's fair, Bravo, to ask you guys not to speak on something this serious because, again, we've seen other issues of racism, accused racism, and other issues where people were free to speak their mind. So let me get back to Jen Shah. I just had to say that. So this, and I got to give a shout out to Alex Salter. I got a lot of my information from him, so I want to give him credit. Alex Salter, shout out to him. But here's a screenshot of a comment somebody sent to Jen. Are you coming back next season? I see Bravo is casting for more Salt Lake City wives. Now, this was yesterday at 9:45 p.m. At 7:10 a.m., Jen's response was, I was until I posted tonight regarding Jen's anti-Black Lives Matter post. Really? So you were on the show until last night? Here we go. Further, again, shout out to Alex Salter stating Jen responded to somebody on her social media saying, thank you so much. This is my life, my family, my values. I have to speak on it even though I was told not to. Now, if you go to Jen Shah's profile on her social media, she has removed any Real Housewives of Salt Lake City tags as far as in her bio, whereas it was there yesterday. So something has certainly happened over the last 24 hours. And like I said, word on the curb, it has not been confirmed yet that Jen Shah has been let go from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City for speaking out against her castmate, Jen Wynn. Now, let me say this. If this is true, and this is going to probably this is going to probably really affect my YouTube platform. But if this is true, you guys, I think I'm done with Bravo. I really think I'm done with Bravo. And here's the reason why. So you mean to tell me that Jen Shah can physically assault, cuss out, be aggressive, and yes, I use the word aggressive, scream and holler, get in people's personal space, be arrested for federal crimes, be walked in front of the cameras, and all of that's okay? She don't lose her job? But her speaking out in defense of her husband and her children is a problem. That's a road too far. That's a branch too big. Okay. We still have got no official statement from Bravo. I told y'all yesterday they had 24 hours to respond. I just feel some kind of way about it, y'all. I do. Bravo could have simply issued a statement saying, we don't condone racism. We don't support hate speech. I mean, you didn't have to give me a long soliloquy. Let's go back to what Jen Shah had to say real quick, you guys, because I do know that Jen Shah's statement was a little more charged than the other ladies, but so what? It is more personal for her, okay? She can be more charged than a Meredith Marks or Whitney Rose because this is her life. This is her family. We gave Jen a lot of grief last year because we were like, girl, you're not black just because you're married to a black man. But you know what? She understands a lot more than a Whitney Rose or a Meredith Marks. It's going to hit her a lot harder than a Whitney Rose or a Meredith Marks. Imagine someone who she has invited to her home saying these things or posting these things and supporting these things, and her having to go back to her husband and say, yeah, that's the woman that we had up in our house. Yeah, that's the woman who we invited to this event. Yeah, that's the woman who, I broke bread with multiple times. That's her. I personally have issue. And if this is true, there are going to be some changes over here in the tribe. That's it. That's all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments. Peace.